So it took all of 35 hours since the Israel-Hezbollah truce was announced for it to be violated. Now, this is a claim that the state of Israel is putting forth, that the ceasefire has been violated as suspects try to enter into the southern part of Lebanon. Now, Israel has been warning Hezbollah of retaliation in case of any breach. And this morning, the Israeli airstrikes targeted Gaza's Nusayrat refugee camp in the Gaza Strip, destroying more multi-storied buildings and also striking roads outside of mosques. So this is what played out this morning in the Nusayrat refugee camp, large parts of which have already been bombed. At least about 17 Palestinians were killed in this yet another Israeli bombing, including women and children. Now, according to officials in Gaza, Israel's 13-month campaign of bombings has resulted in more than 44,000 Palestinians getting killed, and more than 100,000 Palestinians have sustained grievous injuries, many of them suffering amputations, and nearly all the 2.3 million population of the Gaza Strip has been displaced several times.
Life
was beautiful, thank God. We were living independently. Now there's nothing beautiful, it's all gone. Our houses are gone, our brothers are gone, no one is left. No one hardly secures their daily food, and one meal a day. We can't even get bread.
In Jerusalem, almost about 1,000 protesters took to the streets. They demanded for an immediate ceasefire in the Gaza Strip.
Hopefully we will hear good news and will make some kind of a difference, because every day is horrible hell for them and for their families. We can't compare it, but we're all in this horrible hell of no values and of them being in a horrible condition and not being able to help them.
But the Israeli military has said that it also carried out a strike in southern Lebanon this morning, which it says was a warning shot. Now, this is the first reported drone strike since a ceasefire between the state of Israel and Hezbollah came into effect early yesterday. Now, the Israeli military, which is still deployed in Lebanon, has vowed to act forcefully against any violations of the ceasefire. The agreement between Israel and Lebanon calls for an initial 60-day period of a halt in the fighting. The Hezbollah forces would leave their positions in southern Lebanon, which they say they've already done, and they've gone to the north of the Litani River, which runs more than 30 kilometers north of the border from the state of Israel. Meanwhile, Israel had also agreed to withdraw its forces from Lebanon for a period of 60 days, and so far, Israel has not completely withdrawn from the Lebanese territory. And WION's correspondent from the state of Israel, Jody Cohen, has been tracking this story from Israel and has sent us this report from Ra'anana. Listen to what she has to say.
The ceasefire is in its second day and is already fragile. The IDF said it fired a drone as a warning shot in the Makaba area after suspects entered with vehicles in violation of the agreement. On Wednesday, Israel said 4 Hezbollah operatives were detained after they entered the Israeli-controlled zone, again in violation of the agreement. Israel's Defense Minister Katz said that if Hezbollah's attempts to violate the deal continue and the Lebanese government doesn't fulfill its obligations, Israel is prepared to respond strongly and won't compromise on the safety of its residents. Meanwhile, President Biden has announced a fresh push for a ceasefire and hostage release deal in Gaza. An Egyptian delegation is taking mediation efforts forward, and Hamas has indicated that it is ready to negotiate. A US proposal would end the war with the release of all hostages and Hamas no longer in power. And President Biden suggested this is Hamas's only way out. This is Jody Cohen for WION World as One.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.